back to the parent. And then if it remains stable and it's good and it's healthy, and then you name it, and then it becomes another one of the 4,000 different type hostas that we have. I chase rabbits, so we'll get to talk about different things. We were talking about different sizes, from very, very large leaves that are 2 feet across to plants that don't even get 2 feet across. Thumbnail size. So if you have a big hosta collection and you're looking for hostas, the miniatures that have been coming out can just kind of be tucked up underneath those bigger hostas. It's hard to find room for a hosta that will get 9 feet across. You really have to make a decision on your garden, and especially if you're a small garden. So they've come up with these nice little miniatures, and they all have pretty much the same color. You're going to have the green, you're going to have the blue, you're going to have the gold, and then you're going to have variegations there in between in all ranges and sizes. Things that they, back in the day I was talking about how to propagate and maybe 100 people would get it. They would, I lost my rabbit, sorry. Where was that going? We may get back to it, we may not. Talking about sizes of hostas, the colorations. Let's talk a little bit about planting the hostas. If you go to a nursery and you can find a nice little container like that, then you're all set to go. But if you come into places like these, or some of the mail-order catalogs, you might end up with a bare root plant such as this. If you get your container, don't dig it any deeper than the container, but dig it wider. And again, compost. If we can start taking leaves from your area, y'all would start using your leaves from your trees to make your compost to help your soil in your environment, you'll get it a bit better along. And instead of paying somebody dollars to eliminate your leaves, and then paying somebody dollars to bring a bag of organic material back, you can just start kind of composting. It's going to make a difference. And I would compost, use your compost every year. Nice fresh dressing your compost on top. You can overdo it. I had a client, she was putting 4 to 6 inches of compost every single year. And then she would mulch on top of that, and she's not getting any growth. And she was just overdoing it. You can overdo it. Yes. And she was smothering the plants in essence. She wasn't giving it a chance to be up and out and ready to go. So when you plant these guys, plant them again wide, lots of good, rich, organic, and plant it kind of high to where it's on some sort of a mound there. And then you'll take like a bare root here. And then you'll open up the roots like this, get your mound of soil, and then put it right on top like that. And then you bring and leave those eyes exposed like that. If it gets down deep, it can't breathe, and it's not going to grow up. You'll even see these roots out on the top, kind of reaching out and growing. That's a good thing. And you say, is this hosta alive? And if you just take the plant out, you can see the nice viable root, the viable white roots there. You'd want to detangle those. If it's not very root bound, then you don't really have to do much. But the more root bound it is, the more important it is to detangle that and give it nice breath of ease and not being so confined. And the funny thing about that, if you want your hosta to mature really well, if you keep it confined in a container, it does better. It does better. I don't understand it. But in the ground, give it a chance to mature. In maturity, they develop and see these characteristics on the hostas that they've been evaluating for those several years, and finally decide that it's good. Good morning. How are y'all today? And if you have a chance, we have a garden that we spent several hours on, you know, and that you might want to go through. I'm tired. Got lost again. Let's see where we were talking about. Hey, that's a good idea. Do you have any questions? Yes, ma'am.